Yeah, hello. So this is the different style of beads that I'm wearing now. This is still made from northern Ghana, and at the same time it's only not for northern Ghana. This material on my leg is supposed to be the kente made out of cloth. It's not a woven one, so it's very easy to wear. I just want to promote African culture for us to know that we're rich in history and culture and everything. So these are the kente, which this is the Akan kente, which is the Ashanti one. This is pretty much all Africa. This is also all Africa, and this is one of it here. I bought so much just to promote Africa, the culture. So when people say that we were primitive, we were never primitive. We used to wear clothing, make hand wove out of cotton. I can tell when I was a little kid, my grandmother used to take cotton and turn it into like thread so they can wove this. So this is when they come out with danchiki, also known as smoke. This is what they use to make those things. So these are like 2 cloths each. And I really went all out buying these things. This is one of them again. And these are myself use. I love my culture. And as you all are aware, I'm a princess from the kingdom of Wa. I'm a descendant of Kings Widana. This is another one here. These are all hand wove materials that I'm holding here, as you are aware. And this, you can see, this is South African product, Kenya, South Africa made. You can tell that they are different. This is the West Africa, we wear this ones. The Nigerians, Yoruba, Igbo, we all wear Northern Ghana, we all wear this. And this is, I think this is popular in Nigeria today. Igbos use this. And when you go to Ghana, we use this, the whole Ghana. But some part, if you go to the Ewe land, the Akans, but this is popular in the Ewe land. They use it on their neck and things. And we use this on our waist. In those days, women wear this under their clothing. And they make noise. You know what I'm talking about? So I'll leave it like that. And then today, we use it on our neck. And so did this. These are part of, this can be where you can put it on your waist at the same time on your neck. So it's like the awareness of African culture and our heritage is becoming so big these days that we are to help to promote it. Some people are not aware that actual African civilization really ruled the world and invented things. We just agree that yes, we were primitive and savages. We were not. And as a child, I always knew. I used to be so curious, asking questions, where did we come from, to settle in the modern day Ghana where we are today. And today, I know my history, and I know my forefathers and mothers were part of the Egyptian pharaohs, the first dynasties, all the way. I think if you can go like the first all the way to like the 11, 13 dynasties, all like, I can literally trace my forefather into Mansa Musa period, which is the 11, when you go to the 1100 and 1300, my forefather was the ruler of Ghana, Wa, modern day Wa today, as we know, the kingdom of Wala. So you can trace as our people back to Mali. And my forefather was part of the Mansa Musa era. So all these things are part of our culture that we need to really promote seriously. So when I went, I was like, no, I need to buy these things. These are necklaces that you can wear with anything. And these are mine. And anyone that wants this, I can show you where you can get them. Last week was Africa Day. And to me, I believe Africa Day, every African need to go out there and rock African things. We the ones in the diaspora, if you can't do anything, whether it's the kente, they have strips. You can buy one strip and put it on your neck, your shoulder, whatever you wear. You can combine it, coordinate them together to go do combination, to go anywhere you're going. It's only we Ghanaians that are picking this up now. In Nigeria, they've been promoting this for the longest. You go to the Yoruba culture, the Igbo, they've been doing this. And you know, to my Igbo brothers and sisters, hey, I'm part Igbo too. So I love African culture. We have so much. And well, we should always be aware is that civilization started from Africa. And believe me, whites, Asians, we are all part of the same grandfather, grandmother. We come from the same family tree. Because if civilization started from Africa, everybody was black once upon a time, and all the colors come out of us. So we should be proud to promote our culture. It's only we Africans that will say, oh, I don't want to wear this, it's too African. Like one time I was watching a video and they told like a guy in Kenya, a parliamentarian, that he dressed to an African, and that was so laughable. We eat so much carbohydrate, and at times you see the African man with a suit and you feel like, did he look himself in the mirror before coming out with this suit? Your stomach is about 4 or 5 months pregnant with a suit. It doesn't look right, but your African outfit will make you to look right. So let's promote this culture. And you know, shalom to the parliament in Ghana. They are doing, I see Africans are now becoming aware. They are awakened when it comes to their culture, promoting their clothing. When I came to Ghana, that's one thing that I'll give to Africans. What you guys are doing in Ghana, promoting the culture, our heritage is one of the things that, even though the government is been bad, but that part I will give it to the Ghanaian, whatever, whether it's parliament, the anchor people, they all promote our heritage. And you know, when you can never go forward if you try to forget who you are. So that's why I come to let us look at this things and see why I really went and bought so much of this. I want to use it to make videos. And then I feel like we all need to buy some of these things. I didn't even have time for them to make them into clothing. I just, anyone, and what I have a lot. If someone want the material, one strip is like 2 yards. It's just that it's short. You can use it for the hair scarf, or you can use it for scarf to match. If you have something and you see one of these things, in future I'll see what I can even bring them and end up by selling them during like the African Heritage Month. That February is Black African Month, Black Month in History Month in America here. If we can use it to promote African culture, it's like I'm so happy. I'm so happy to see that I went home and see that they are able to make this in vast quantity, not like one person sitting there woven those days. Now they are able to promote it, and people are using it for weddings, you know, engagement and all that. I'm like, wow, kudos to that. And then I saw the cowries, I was having it. Can you believe that's money we used before in this world? And today nobody know that. And we're supposed to teach children all these values. You know, it's not about stealing, who can steal better, what government can take everything out of the country. It's about values. Let's teach the new generation the value of Africa, what Africa was, how far we come, and where our forefathers and mothers were before today. And you know, don't feel bad when we are like backwards today. Don't feel like, oh, because Africa is not like doing much because of that, we are not. We are something. Civilizations rises and fall. The Romans ruled the world, went down. Genghis Khan went down. You know, the Chinese. You talk at the Africans were the first to rule the world, and you cannot be there forever. That's how life has been, a cycle around. So don't try to beat yourself out or try to tear your forefathers and mothers out. What the forefathers and mothers did, our civilization today, our generation cannot even do it. See when they built the pyramid. Nobody could build the pyramid. Today, the modern world we live in with all this computerized world, but they cannot figure out how our forefathers and mothers were able to build the pyramid. And the pyramid were built with the Black Africans. Yes. They built all the Giza, you know, Karnak, Luxor Temple. You go to all those areas, and you go to Sudan. The pyramids are over there too, were built by Black Africans. So don't let yourself down and feel pity for yourself because people are saying that we don't know what we are doing. We know what we are doing. It's just that Africa has too many greedy people who doesn't put Africa first. They always put themselves first before Africa. Until we come to the realization that any country that or a continent that will put your human people put themselves first before the continent will be a failure. That continent will fail. It's the same as our nations. Any nation leaders that will put the leaders first before the nation is bound to fail. And that's exactly what Africa, Mother Africa and the children of Africa have been going through. For some reason, after colonialism, we have failed leadership from fail to fail, and those that wouldn't like kick out, and then those that were selling out people have been there selling Africa out day in, day out for the self-interest. And that's what we've been going through. So it's like just to tell people, I need more followers on Northern Unity page. At this point, I don't care whether you say, oh, it's supposed to be Northern Unity. Yes, it's still unity, but we are to build the nation. We need to rescue Mother Ghana. We need to campaign. We need to speak up. I need more people. Anyone that believes in Mother Ghana that you have no way to go but Ghana, support this page. We need more followers. Let's give each other voice. Even those that have tents, post your tents, tag me, and I will post them once they are appropriate for social media. I will post them for you guys. So please help me. We all have to help each other. Let's put tribalism aside. As you are aware, if you look at the Kente, we look the Akan Kente and the Northern Kente, which is not even Northern Kente, the African Kente. The Danshiki is African Danshiki. The Kente is African Kente. Kente is not Northern Kente. It's the continent cloth that they made. It's just that the symbols on the Akan one was something that they used due to like warfares. They put their symbols in there, and then to talk about things. And some of, if you go to Africa today, we used to do things like drumming. They would beat the drum, and the drum beating has a meaning. I remember as a kid, my father used to tell me when someone died those days, when they went the villages to hear that somebody died, if it is a man, they will hit the drum 3 times. And they have, if it's a woman, they hit the drum 4 times. And they have a way that they change the rhythm for them to know whether this person that died is a young man or an elderly man or a leader. The same applies to the woman. Those things were there. And then those meanings end up by becoming symbols that they turn into putting on a cloth in different colors. But that doesn't make it a different. It's the same thing as all the continent Kente. You go everywhere. Even North Africans have the same cloth everywhere. And if you even go, if you want to know how much we're related to the Egyptian linen they used to bury people. But when I was growing up, the same thing still apply in the northern part of Ghana. They use the same material, and everybody will have to find it and save it so they can use to bury them. Even though they didn't do the mummifying, but they have a way they bury up to today. You know, so let's keep our heads high and realize that division is not a good thing. Even though people always accuse me of tribalism or whatever, I'm not a tribalistic person. It's just that the fairness in Ghana, or people will look on some group and just sit on national platform and say things that doesn't make any sense, and nobody's responding. And that was the reason why I created my platform. It was never about politics, but when you realize that the 1% is enjoying and the 99% is suffering, it becomes unbearable. And if you really are God's child and believe in humanity and equality, it becomes your duty to stand up for the injustice. And that's what I become. I become an activist for the less fortunate, for the poor, for the unspoken ones. I lend my voice to them. If that's the reason why people will label me as NDC, so I accept my fate and I join the NDC party. I want some party that will involve everybody, not the ones that will be dividing the country. As I speak, I have brothers in MPP party, I have sisters. My nephew is in MPP, so many of them. My children, my sisters, husbands, and we have so many. Not all of us cannot be in one party. And the reason why we have all this was like to have checks and balances. if this party wasn't doing good, the next time you can change it. That's why democracy was created, for us to have different parties. When one party is not ruling well, the next party may come and do things well. But today, Africa, we don't understand democracy. All that we understand is to insult one another or to intimidate one another. It's not so. If Ghana is good for all of us. If Ghanaians are doing well, I don't have to come there and use all my money to sponsor people or to people coming to my house to beg for money. It's sad to see. When I was in Ghana some time ago, people didn't even give a damn coming to your home to greet you anymore. That's how people were doing well. And today, where did we go wrong? That overnight, things have turned to the west. And they use a long-lived Rawlings legacy. We pray that one day God will send us another Rawlings to clean all this mess. Without Rawlings, Ghana will not be where Ghana is today. And today, it took just less than a decade for Ghana to go back to where Rawlings took it from. It's so sad. It's so sad. All this, and you get up and try to blame Western world for our issues. Western world has nothing to do with our issue. It's our own self-greediness. The only person that will have A and still want B is the African person. The black mind, I don't understand it, will never have A and say, oh, can you give B to someone else? We'll take it all, even when we didn't need it. And you see your fellow, next house, you go to Africa, the next house people are sleeping without food, and meanwhile they have cars parking everywhere, the other next compound around you. And we call ourselves God-fearing people. I will die an ancient Hebrew Israelite. I'm a Jew and I will die a Jew. I always believe in my forefather religion, and that so be it. It's so sad when we flock to churches, flock to mosques and temples, and at the end of the day, we don't do any God work. And then when things are, we say like, oh, I pray every day, but these things are happening to me. And meanwhile, you don't understand. God doesn't tell you to come to his house of worship only to do his work. If you take care of the poor, you're taking care of God's work. If you take care of the sick, you're taking care of God's work. And that's what we have been forgetting. And we'll not get up and say, what we are doing, we are to change our ways of thinking and reasoning. And try to become each other keepers. Try to become brothers and sisters, regardless. I sit here as a northern, people curse me, say all kinds of things, which is, I don't care. As long as I know at the end of the day, I stand at the right side of history. As long as I know at the end of the day, what God put me into this planet to do, I'm doing part of it. That's what takes my day go. That's what makes me to keep doing what I'm doing. At the end of the day, I want to leave this world one day and be able to be proud to say, you know, I have no regret. I was able to help one person or two people. And that's why, if that's what God gave me this voice and put me into what I'm doing, so be it. And there's no idea I don't go to bed without a prayer to say, if I wrong someone and I don't know, may the Lord let the person forgive me. It's not intentional. Please, let's love one another. No matter what we do in this world, we have limited time. At the end of the day, we all have to answer for. Even though it becomes that people don't believe in answering for, they rather eat today and answer tomorrow. It's sad. When we start thinking like that, we're not getting anywhere, but we are heading to disaster. So I come today because of this. This is our heritage thing. That last week was African Day, the AU Day, and I dedicate today, especially at this moment, what I'm doing here and what I'm showing, to show the culture of Africa, what our forefathers and mothers used to use as cloths. They made this hand wove, no any machine. They use their hands to make all this. So I came today because of this, to show people. And in those days, we had games. This is Sankofa history game. I don't know the name of the game, but I'll open this. Who said we didn't have things to do? At the end of the evening, mother and father and children will sit and play this game. It's a game that you play with your children. I bought this and brought, that's part of our heritage. And today, this thing on the symbol on the top is called Sankofa. It's mean never forget your history. Go back and pick your history up. And that's the Sankofa logo in there. I brought them from Wa, and then the other Ghana. And the other one is Jinyame, only God. The Jinyame sign, you can see the Jinyame sign on one of the kente. So it's one of our heritage that we are to celebrate. We need to be including everybody in Ghana. Once we start dividing ourselves, we become weaker. If you take a Ghana, you find Northerner, you find Ashanti, you find Fanti, you find Ewe, you find all that. If you take Ashanti, the same thing. We are the same people. I'm a Northerner, a proud Northerner with a Akan blood, with Ewe blood in me. So does that make me, did that make me not to be a Ghanaian or less of a human being because I'm a Northerner? Let's think. Let's be wiser, people. If we didn't learn anything over the years, but this 2.5 years alone, the past 2.5 years, has teaching us so much value of life. God spared us in this world for a purpose. Look at how many people died during the coronavirus. And yes, some of us are here to talk and breathe air. Is to give thanks to God and say what purpose I was put in here for. I'm willing to do your job for you in this planet, my creator. Whatever you put me to do, I'm willing to do the job. We are each other keepers, to be kind to each other. And the Ghanaians, I know, the kindness, where did the kind go these days? And today, all that we think about killing each other for money, ripping each other off, government taking the whole country money to go hide in foreign land offshore accounts and think God will forgive you. You know, that's what we don't understand. At times you see someone child, all of a sudden they become mentally challenged. Or something worse happened to someone and they say, why this person, why should something like that happen to their children? And we seem to forget that what goes around comes around at times. You do bad deeds, you get bad pay. If you do good, you get good pay. As I sit here and talk, growing up the little, I know, I didn't know much of my grandfathers, but my father, the kindness my father had, the little he has, but he makes sure it go far. And my father never had any grudges, hold something against someone. If you wrong him, he would tell you right away, and the following day he will come back and say hi to you. And I sit with the same principle in me. I don't believe in fighting with someone and say I cannot talk to you. If you wrong me, I don't care who you are, I will tell you. What you did, I didn't appreciate it. And move on. Life is too short. We have this small heart. It cannot take that much abuse. And the more things you hold into the heart, is the more you let it give up one day. And you won't be able to walk or eat or do anything in this planet. I come today because of this. Shalom to all of us. May the Lord be with all of us and guide us and protect us from all sicknesses, evil in this world, and then any intimidation. May the Lord protect all of us and give us a clean bill of health. Without health, we cannot do anything. I come today because of this. And anyone that like what I'm doing, I need more followers. Please join my page. Please help share the videos. Amen to that.